on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Perfect.
Our heroes. Okay, so essentially what we done last session is we didn't do too much apart from when we actually went out. So we were just at the start of it, we were just sort of messing around in the old camp, just doing bits and bobs. And then we went out to the lumber camp because Bartholo gave us a quest to because there were some problems in the lumber camp. So we went over there and investigated. There was a goblin horde encroaching on the lumber camp. We didn't really consider how much there were, so we thought there was like too many than there was. So we told the people that were staying there to leave. So it was just us, and we fought like a fucking horde of, I think, close to 20 goblins. We killed 6 of them. Rashid died mid-combat, was healed by Sayyad, and we managed to escape with just the skin of our teeth. And now we're one tile by the old camp, where we've just been approached by 3 Harpies, and we're all in pretty bad shape.
Perfect. So the last time we ended our wonderful game, you were trying to go towards the barrow with sugar, but you realize you got accosted by Harpies. As of right now, you're running through the plain open fields as Harpies are screeching in the distance. So Albrecht, this is something that you notice as well. You've just left the old camp in search of your companions after having done your own things for the past couple of days, and you see where your companions are. The only issue is that they're being chased by Harpies. So I'm gonna be finding a nice map for you and changing you there soon. Beautiful.
Should we start initiative?
Oh yes, we're going to be doing exactly that.
Oh yes.
Second last. Whoa.
Oh, I didn't roll 11 for the first time.
Because I rolled for you, my hacks applied.
Yeah.
Okay, Clovis, you know what to do. You're going towards the tomb when you saw these females in the air screeching with haggard, evil-looking faces, and you know these are very difficult foes.
We're too tired. We can't keep running.
Yeah.
You know what to do, man. Stick together.
What can we roll to see if maybe there's a way we maybe heard the story in which they killed Harpies and how they did it?
Lore?
Please? Oh, someone has lore.
I failed.
I mean, I want them to try.
Okay, Rashid, you know that Harpies are very, very common throughout Shedham. By many city-states, they're seen as being the mascot of Shedham, and really, opinions vary. What is definitely known is that they're very evil, malicious women with wings on their backs. They're known to grab their enemies and drop them from a really, really long distance. They are really dangerous in that regard. As to what you could specifically do in this situation, being in open grasslands, Rashid is at a loss, but he knows for a fact that normal weapons don't do that well against them. Magical weapons or magic itself should be used.
I don't know if anybody can use a
Clovis, I am good with the spear. You can hand it over to me.
Here!
But first on, we have to stick together.
Yes.
If they manage to get to one of us, then we cannot... Hold on, is that Alberich? Do you see him? Or is that a delusion?
Oh, that's Albrecht. Oh, thank God.
Come on, help us! As they rush.
Here, Rashid, take it. I tossed Rashid my spear the serpent.
Right. Rashid is going to use his quick draw to take it.
Okay. First one is one of the screeching Harpies. I'm gonna be dashing through the air at you. Enters within Rashid's range. You get an attack of opportunity.
Rashid is going to strike it with the newfound spear. He has proficiency with it, which means it's beautiful 7 degrees of success on the hit.
Good.
You can just roll it from Clovis or
Yeah, I'm not sure.
cheat, right?
Oh, how cool.
Oh.
Ooh!
Actually, I prefer the
There you go.
Alright. Alright, so Rashid takes it. And he takes a swift blow, but the Harpy is too fast. But with a stroke of luck, Rashid just clutches onto the spear. And the Harpy, as she's flying, she flies directly into it, scratching her leg on it. And... yes, splitting the leg off? Or something similar?
The leg is completely ripped off his corpse.
Oof.
So it gets impaled on the spear, and it's just stuck in there like a shish kebab.
Yes, it is indeed impaled. It screeches in pain at the end of your spear. It starts flailing about. You see feathers start coming off its wings as it's desperately trying to get away from you. Next one is Duncan.
Alright, I have my crossbow equipped at the moment, so I'm going to... So currently this one here, the one that Rashid here, are they incapacitated? Can they move
No.
anymore?
No. They're
Oh, lovely.
immobilized.
I'm gonna try and shoot this one here with my crossbow.
Mhm.
Is that gonna be a fail because I have 0 stam?
If you have 0 stam, then you're at 1 point of fatigue, which means that yes, you're at a -10.
I'm gonna reroll with a luck point. Oh, that's good.
That's cool, but the Harpy got 7 degrees of success in evading.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna quickly switch to my trusty axe. I'm gonna move within 3 meter range. Move slightly closer. And swing with my axe.
Describe how you step forward and split the Harpy, or try at least.
Duncan's very fatigued. He lumbers around. He's not really at himself, and it's almost a pathetic swing. He just heaves it with minimal strength and effort. It just sort of flops onto the ground. The Harpy just quite easily steps aside.
You strike it, but it's a glancing blow.
I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna end my turn.
Mhm. Next one is Sayad.
As everything's happening and the leg flies off the Harpy, Sayat quickly jumps onto it as it's on the ground and tries to disintegrate the living being. I'll cast Absorb Life.
You see this bleeding Harpy at the end of Rashid's spear, leaving trails of red all over, and you step as you drink its energy, and it is dead.
I approach it. That's 9 poison. I approach it. I put my hand on her body. Then with my other hand, I grab her throat as I disintegrate the throat under my spell.
He's terrifying. That is good.
Rashid, is it just me, or does he get weirder with every fight?
And from here, I'll absorb magicka from this creature.
Great.
Remember to move back, Sajad.
No!
We will hold them off.
Seeing the combat, take place, my compatriots being attacked by Harpies, I'll just dash close to Rashid and be like, "I'm here. What's going on?" As I, have my flail and my parrying dagger out.
Good. Do not leave us. There are Harpies around. You see this one? And Rashid just pokes into the corpse.
Yeah.
There might be many more. They are approaching from that distance. Just stick with us. Make sure they do not take you off.
All right. Let's cover each other's backs.
This one understands it.
This Harpy's gonna dash towards Sayad. You see it swooping through the air at a really high speed.
Dash back to us, Sajad.
And for now, it will stay there. Next one is Rashid.
Alright, so Rashid is going to move on the bit closer. I will be the vanguard. Hold them up for you.
Next one is this Harpy. This one's gonna swoop right in here, and it's gonna descend straight down in a line. So, Rashid, you have an attack of opportunity.
Which Rashid is happily going to take, succeeding with 6 degrees of
you-
success.
Exactly.
Rashid gently scratches the Harpy's leg, but he knows that it's going to be enough for the fabled venom to get into play. It's just that
It's a decent blow. You see blood spray out of it, but it's not enough. Let's see here. Well, you've struck the creature, so it is impaled. It flails at the end of your spear. Round 2.
haha.
Clovis is gonna use his ace in the hole. I'm gonna activate my fire with him.
Good. So describe what happens.
As most times where he lights a blaze, it's from the hammer, feeling a growth of heat radiating from the hammer and the Fire Lord's conviction in himself. Clovis slams it on the ground again and ignites it both the head wreathing in flame and then wrapping up the hilt onto his arms. Then he sets it off to the side and brings his arms together and throws a firebolt
Beautiful.
at it.
Flames lick up and down your fingers as you swipe firebolts.
This luck point.
So the harpy does evade your firebolt as it splashes over the stone behind it. This time it does not try to evade, so you
for-
strike it.
Yes!
Beautiful. A strong strike. You see fire start spreading out over its wings, and it starts screeching in this horrifying old female voice. So you strike the harpy with the Skyrim javelin. The blue steel, the blue ore flashes through the sky as you do so, and it strikes it. It's almost as if a small explosion of blue happens at the hit location, and it recoils back in pain.
And we're gonna go again. I'm gonna heave another javelin straight towards this creature.
Beautiful. This time it will try and evade. It fails. It desperately tries to get out of it, but you're so close. You slam the spear into it, and you watch it die.
My javelin impales its arm and just wrenches it off its body. It's like it's now impaled into the ground on the javelin, just sort of like a little trophy.
It twitches. What a cool thing. Okay, go on ahead. It's gonna try and evade you.
Alright.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey,
So
So
as
spread-
as I sort of just, you see me like taking away my little parrying dagger, taking out the rope, tying up the little lasso thing, start like spinning it around and catching it by the leg, and surprisingly very well. And as I start to pull down,
We'll see that since you got a lucky number, you've pretty much dragged it down. You snatch it out of the air, and as you start pulling it down at one point, it flails a bit too much, and it hurts its wing in the rope itself. It drops down to the ground and slams.
in that case, can I, not end my turn?
Mhm.
Because in that case, I seeing it going down. I want to, let's see, I wanted to get closer to it. And I want to tie it down completely, so it can't move. Okay, so as it falls down, I quickly rush forward and tie around, sort of her arms up to her wings, so she can't fly nor move her arms together. As I kind of just push her down. Haha! You got a harpy, boys.
We actually caught a harpy. Holy shit.